Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to make our own air dry pinch pots using clay. But before we get to that, once again, thank you to everyone for continuing to send in photos of what you're working on, of your past kit projects or your own projects from home. We're so glad that you keep sharing them, and when you do, we'll feature them in an upcoming video. So use the QR code right on your kit and send one to us.
All right, let's dive right in. All right, so today we're making these air dry pinch pots, and let's check out what we have in our bag. You'll find that we have 2 packages of air dry clay, and then we've got a container of an assortment of different like jewels and things that you could put into the your clay masterpiece there.
Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
You might also want paint of some kind if you want to paint the clay after it dries. We've got some paint pens today to see if that works for us. And then if you have extra fun stuff around you want to use to decorate, of course you can do that. And the only other thing is I'm going to use a little cup at one point to help me shape the pinch pot, but you shouldn't need much else.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started.
All right, the first thing that we've done is take the clay out of the package and just started to kind of knead it and figure out which kind of pot we're gonna make. I think I'm gonna make a small little pot with a lid that can go on top. I've got 2 different colors of clay, so I'll use one for the pot, one for the lid. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm going to make more of like just a saucer, like just a plate with some designs in it. So
Are you gonna use 2 colors?
I am using 2. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of a spiral to it. We'll see how that comes out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use this little condiment cup we have to try and help shape the pot. So I'm gonna put the clay around it just to get the general shape, but I'm not gonna leave the cup in there. And I don't want the clay to stick to it too much, but hopefully it's gonna help me just get the right shape and make everything nice and even. And then I'm gonna start adding some decorations to the outside of this part of my pot.
I'm just flattening mine out. It's looking like a pizza. We'll call that one the bottom. Look at that. Man. Now when you're placing the beads and things into your clay, you just want to make sure you press them in a little bit. You kind of want the sides of your gem or whatever to kind of like get pushed in deep enough so that the clay surrounds it so that they don't come out when it dries. And there you have it.
So now you're gonna wanna let this sit for quite a while to dry, probably like a full day, maybe even 2 to get fully dry. So once you're done decorating, just set it aside somewhere and come back to check on it, and it will firm up for you, and then you'll have a nice little pot or dish.